Vegas All-Net Radio, the final frontier of free speech.
Views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect those of Vegas All-Net Radio, its affiliates, or its parent company.
Hello, good Thursday afternoon, 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. This is our fourth show for Becky and I here at Plumbing 101 with Aqua Plumbing. We're very glad you tuned in today. Thank you very much for being on here with us. We're going to go ahead and put the phone number out immediately. It is 702-483-4444, 702-483-4444. And that's what I get for going by memory when I was writing the script. I thought it was a different number. Hey, it is what it is. I'll fix that. So, we are the proud owners of Aqua Plumbing here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Again, my name is Artie White. I'm here with Becky White, and we own Aqua Plumbing. I've been here since 1973 and started in the plumbing industry in 1980. And Becky, when did you start? When did you start life?
Start life? I started life in 1973. That's when I came here too.
Oh, I came by car.
I came via hospital.
Oh, yeah. So that makes me a cradle robber, right?
Absolutely, it does.
All right, very good. Well, for those of you who are cradle robbers out there, our phone number is 702-483-4444. We can talk about that. But what we'd like to talk about is more plumbing stuff.
Why don't we tell them why we're not doing what we said last week, bringing the apprentices in?
We can do that. We have an accredited training program for apprentices in the plumbing industry here in Las Vegas, which incidentally, we've also started a plumbing apprenticeship program in Reno, Nevada, which is really good. We're expanding. We're putting more and more plumbing professionals on the street. And that's a good idea because it's our job to keep the nation healthy.
That's right. And last week we said we were going to have a couple of your students on here today, and that didn't happen.
It didn't happen because, as I understand it, when I asked them if any of them wanted to come on the show, it seems that work gets in the way.
Yeah, we're a little lucky. We can leave our office because we have a wonderful office staff that can pick up the pieces when we're not there.
Kelly, Sierra, are you listening? She used the word wonderful. So that's very good. So yeah, I did pose the question to the students, and they typically work 6 to 2 or 7 to 3. We start at 2 o'clock, and they can't be in two places at one time. However, we've been very busy lately, and it would have been really nice to have them in two places at one time.
That would have been very nice, but that's not how it works.
That's not how it works. I keep hearing that's not how it works. All right, well, very good. So it's my understanding that you, to remind all of our listeners, hang on, I'm getting a service call on the phone. Hang on. Here we go. Okay. They'll call back.
Okay.
They'll call our wonderful staff. You race automobiles.
I only race one automobile.
Okay, so you race one automobile.
Yes. It is a Relay for Life 1967 Ford Mustang.
Very good. And you race that in SCCA events.
I do. We have one or two a month. The next one is at the Silverton Hotel and Casino. It's free to get in for anybody that wants to come out.
Very good. That would be the weekend after this Labor Day weekend.
Yes.
You
would.
You look perplexed. Are you double checking your phone?
I'm double checking my phone.
It is. So people can actually go on the, if they live here in Las Vegas, they can actually go on the web and they can look up lvrscca.com and get your schedule.
Yes, they can. That's the best way to get it because my memory is not very good.
And right now you are racing at night?
Yes. Throughout the summer, we race at night.
And we switch back and forth from the Silverton to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Yes, we do.
And then
The next race is September 12th.
September 12th, 7 p.m. Silverton. And then the race after that is back to the Bull Ring, and we're going to start racing on Sunday mornings.
Yes, bright and early on Sunday mornings.
Very good, very good. It might be pretty scary.
Me in the morning?
Women in general in the morning, which is why we have plumbing. We have plumbing to beautify our women. They can get the static out of their hair and the sleep out of their eyes, and, you know.
You need to go to bed with one eye open tonight.
That's entirely possible. So, would it be fair for me to say that the plumber is the last thing people think about when they go to bed, and the first thing they think about when they get up?
Absolutely, it should be. If it's not, then they're not taking care of themselves.
Well, maybe they pee outside.
That one of our kids did.
One of our kids still does.
Our grandson has started doing that.
It runs in the family.
It's just easier.
I see. So back to the race car. How can a potential sponsor get their name on your race car?
Anybody that donates money to Relay for Life, we don't want the money. We want you to donate directly to Relay for Life and show us the receipt, and we will put your company name or personal name on the race car for a year.
That is excellent. That's very good. All right. Looks like we have a caller, and we haven't even got into what we're going to discuss today. We've been too busy engrossed in talking about your racing.
Somebody really wants to talk to us.
All right. Well, we have a caller. Her name is Kelly. Kelly, welcome to the show. Thank you very much for calling.
This is Sierra and Kelly, and it's your office staff, and you guys are wonderful, and we love you too.
Oh, you are wonderful. All
so
right.
You are listening.
So nothing's getting done at Aqua Plumbing today.
We're working while we're listening.
I noticed you can do that. I was on. I clicked on one of the podcasts the other day and was listening to the show. You know, kind of try to critique myself and Becky. And I hear the phone ringing. Get the phone. Get the phone. Hurry up. Get the phone.
We got the phone.
All right. And I noticed that you can actually have this podcast going on your computer and actually get some work done. I'm not too savvy in the computer world, but I thought that was pretty cool that I could actually listen to the show and do my work.
Yep, I do it all the time.
All right. We'll go ahead and write those disciplinary notices tomorrow morning when we get in. Thank you for calling.
All right, adios, Felicia.
Adios, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. That's our thing in the office. Bye, Felicia.
That's your thing in the office.
Well, the kids got me started on it. I don't even know what the hell where did it even come from?
I don't really know.
It's my understanding it was a movie.
Yes, it was a movie. And it means that you don't like the person. So you're basically calling them a bad word.
So I can, when somebody cuts me off on the roadway, I can just roll my window down and say, bye, Felicia.
Yep, I guess.
That's a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. So speaking of kids, we have kids.
We have 5.
We have 4.5 grandchildren.
4.5 grandchildren.
4 1/4.
Yeah.
4 1/4.
About that.
We got 4 grandkids and 1 bun in the oven.
We'll have 5 in March.
We'll have 5 in March. What's the new one's name?
Addison, if it's a girl.
It's not.
They have 2 boys, so we're hoping for a girl this time.
Very good. So we have Dustin, Trevor, Lexus, Nathan, and Shelby, and that was in age descending order.
I'm so proud of you.
Don't ask me their birthdays. It's not going to happen.
What about our grandchildren? This is a test.
Our grandchildren?
Yes.
Addison, that's the bun in the oven. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Grayson, Landon, the Michelin Man. And we got Jade and Jersey.
That was not in age descending order.
No, I was just lucky to get the names out.
Okay.
All right, and we have a dopey dog.
We do. His name's Artie, too.
His name's Artie, too. Artie, too?
Artie,
Oh,
also.
Not Artie, too?
No.
Just
well,
Artie.
you're never Artie, so...
Right. You want to tell the story again like we told last week in case we have new listeners?
So we adopted this dog from the Doberman Rescue Society, and Artie picked it because of its name. That was Artie, its name. And when they came over to interview us, they asked if we thought there would be confusion with the dog, that Artie and the dog had the same name. So I told her, no, he's either honey, daddy, or asshole. So we never call him by his name.
And there's there ever been any confusion?
There's never been any confusion in 3 years.
Oh, that's funny. He's a good dog.
He's a very good dog.
Eats us out of house and home.
Yes. He's a very big dog.
He doesn't like new people.
He doesn't like men.
He doesn't like men. That's very true. So, what sets us apart from other plumbing companies?
I think the training that we give our employees.
That is very true. They're very educated.
Sets us apart.
All the new technologies out there.
And because you're a teacher and you're very up on the new plumbing codes and you can convey that to our employees, I think that's what sets us apart.
I think you're right. Our guys have mostly new equipment. We replace our equipment pretty steadily. I've always said that the guys can tear up a cannonball with a rubber mallet. So when they break apart or a tool, we just go get new, and we've got really neat stuff.
Yes, we do, and really neat guys.
We've got fantastic people, fantastic guys. We're also a member of PHCC, Plumbing, Heating, Cooling Contractors.
Yes, you sit on the board for that.
We learn a lot. That was an organization started in 1883, and local states have their own chapters, and we happen to have one.
Yes, we do. It was started in 1980.
And your dad was instrumental in starting that.
He was, with his best friend, Billy Rogerson.
Yep, very good. And Billy Rogerson's son, Tommy Elliott, is still in the plumbing industry as we speak here in Las Vegas.
That's right, he is.
He was my apprentice back in the 80s. Small world, huh?
This is a very small world.
Very small world. I find that we pride ourselves in performing new plumbing work in houses that have burned.
Yes.
And we're coming home from school last night, and you had this epiphany. I almost wrecked the car. You're like, oh my God! And I'm looking around, thinking to myself, what? And I asked you. I said, what? And you said, it just occurred to me that house that we are finishing that had burned was the family of one of our daughter's better friends in high school.
I don't know why I never put two and two together, but it took driving home last night to do it.
Yeah, something, I don't know. Small world though, huh?
Very small world. This is a small town. People think it's a big city, but it's really just a small town.
Well, it's a small United States. Didn't think about it. We've got friends. Well, Facebook actually makes it even smaller. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Well, we have reached our first commercial break. We are going to break for a couple of seconds. Please stay tuned. We're going to start talking about actual plumbing things when we return. And we are back. I had to turn my phone on silent because I am Mr. Popularity today.
Yes, you are.
Phone doesn't ring all damn day. We get in here.
And it won't stop.
Right. All right.
So I found out what day today is.
Today's Thursday.
No, the national day.
It's Thursday nationally.
It's National Bowling League Day.
We were on a bowling league.
For one session.
I like the tater tots.
Because I suck.
I like the tater tots. The tater tots and the beer.
Oh.
I didn't give a shit about the
That's why
bowling.
we were bowling.
Yeah, I didn't care about the bowling at all.
Oh. Well.
Didn't you notice when we went down, you got shoes, I got tater tots.
Yeah.
And beer. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good summer.
Yeah?
I don't know how well we did.
Not very good.
I gained 8 pounds. Hey, it is what it is. Alrighty then. Well, we want to go ahead and get started on our subject of plumbing. We have a piping product out in the plumbing world that is wreaking havoc, and it's a water piping, and it's called Kitech. You know much about Kitech?
There was huge lawsuits dealing with Kitech.
Kitech piping. It's spelled Kitec. And if you think you have Kitech piping, it's probably a really good idea to call us at our office, 702-642-8400. 702-642-8400. We will come out. We will check to see if you, in fact, have Kitec piping. The problem with Kitec piping was the fittings were failing. And it was a new product introduced in 1995. And it started to fail all over town tremendously bad. And there were lawsuits. And people were entering into these lawsuits to obviously gain a sizable check to repair their houses. And in the beginning stages of these lawsuits, these class action lawsuits, the people were actually just taking the money, selling the houses, and moving on. So that didn't work, because when they moved on, the house still had Kitec in it. So we do have some sporadic homes in the Las Vegas area that still have Kitec piping in them. It's my understanding that certain lenders will not lend on the house if it has Kitec piping in it. So if you're looking to sell your house, hang on, I got a boogie. My nose itched. Sorry. What are you looking at? Kitec piping makes my nose itch. So back to seriousness. If you're looking to sell your home, and I would encourage you to hire a property inspector, have them come out, look at the home. It's really important. As a matter of fact, I know a home inspector.
Do you?
Yeah. His name's Jed. He's with Red Beard Inspections, and I'm going to try to get him on the show here in the next couple of weeks, and we're going to talk about your home and commercial buildings. He can inspect both, but it's a very good idea to have your home inspected. If you're going to sell by a professional home inspector, I can come along and look at the piping, any of the plumbing. He was just telling me the other day that he went out for the buyer and he inspected this home, and the inspection results caused the buyers to walk away from the table. Had those people that were selling the home, in fact, hired a property inspector, they could have fixed the problems that they were unaware of prior to the sale, and that would not have happened. And that can really cause some timing issues, because when a person moves out of one house, they need to have proper timing to move into the next house, and that person the next house, and that person the next house. It's a chain of events, and this really basically parked a car on the railroad tracks. That was a bad deal.
Absolutely.
So was
it because of Kitec?
No, it was because of many things, and that's why it's good as a seller. People don't really know that, but as a seller, you should really have your home inspected by a professional home plumbing and professional home inspector. And we also provide a professional plumbing inspection. It's a visual inspection, and we can prepare anybody for a possible peril if we find something wrong with their plumbing system, because a lot of plumbing systems, when they're getting ready to fail, they will actually show signs of failure. So back to the Kitec. It's a good idea to know if you have Kitec if you're going to sell your house, because A, the buyer is probably going to back out. B, the person selling the house is going to probably have a contingency fund and have to give that back to the buyer, so that the new buyer can go ahead and replace their Kitec piping with another piping type. So as the lawsuits continued on, the court system, the lawyers in the court system, the building municipalities, they all realized that people were taking the money and running. So now the money is not given to the potential homeowner, the person that owns the home. If you entered the class action lawsuit back then, a plumbing contractor was contacted and your house got repiped, and they were paid, and you as the homeowner never touched the money. So houses started getting properly retrofitted with a different kind of piping to get rid of the Kitec. But there are still many houses out there, not too awful many, but the word is still many, Kitec houses that are still up and running. They're heading for failure. They're going to fail, and they need to be addressed. So if you think you have Kitec piping, or you're looking to buy a house and you're wondering if it has Kitec piping, you hire an inspector. Nothing's talked about when it comes to Kitec piping. Do give us a call at Aqua Plumbing. We'll come out. We will ensure that your house either does or does not have Kitec piping, and if it does, we will certainly consult these fine folks as to what their options are.
Perfect.
So Kitec piping is really a bad thing right now. The piping seems to be making it. It seems to be lasting like it should, but if you don't have fittings that are conducive for the water quality that we have, which is very high quality for the human being, it's just high in mineral content, solids, and it's detrimental to the plumbing system. So the Kitec fittings, again, the Kitec fittings were failing, and we have failures. Here's the problem. Kitec piping is metric in size. So if you call Aqua Plumbing or any other plumbing contractor and you in fact have Kitec piping in your house, we can't fix it.
Right.
The manufacturer of the fittings actually went back to Canada, took their ball, went home. They will not sell to anybody in the United States. Therefore, there are no known fittings that will fix the Kitec piping legally because it's the wrong size. None of the other manufacturers manufacture their fittings in metric size, so we can't even fix the pipe. So if George is hanging a picture in his living room and he stabs a piece of Kitec piping, the whole house has to be repiped, both by ordinance and the fact that we can't just go and fix the hole.
Right. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Most other pipings, we can just repair that part, but not in Kitec.
Correct. And again, it's because it's not legal to be used, and we can't physically get the proper sized parts for that particular piping. So please, if you think you have Kitec piping, if you think you're going to be selling, if you think you're going to be purchasing a house, let's make sure it does not have Kitec piping in it. It's a very, very inexpensive inspection to come out and have a look that could affect the value of the home.
And one easy way to even see, which is not fail-safe at all, but when all these houses were being built with Kitec, there was a sticker put in the power panel that said what kind of piping was in the house. But like I said, that's not a fail-safe method.
So what you're saying is, up to our listeners, they could go out to their power panel at our next commercial break in 5 minutes, and they could open their power panel on the outside of their house and look to see if there was a sticker, if there is a sticker inside of their power panel that says Kitec piping.
Correct.
It's interesting that there'd be a plumbing sticker in the power panel. Does water and power, that doesn't mix?
Now, you probably know the answer to this, but I still haven't figured that out.
It's all about common sense and logistics. In the electrical industry, for years, the plumbing water system was used as the electrical ground because the copper went down into the ground, and it, of course, fed all the fixtures under the slab, and it was touching the dirt. Therefore, it was a proper ground. In electrical, you need a ground. When you install a plastic water piping in your home or building, the copper's not touching the ground.
Oh.
There's no copper that runs down through the slab and into the ground and touches the dirt. So therefore, there's no grounding mechanism in the plumbing system, and that sticker goes inside the power panel to notify the electrician, hey, you need to provide a different type of grounding system in this house because the plumbing is not conducive for grounding. So that's why we put our plastic pipe stickers inside the power panel.
Look at that. I learned something new today.
Learn something new every day. But here's the problem. I don't want anybody to go out to their power panel, see a Kitec sticker, freak out, and think they have Kitec.
Absolutely, you're right.
The problem is this. When we were performing the plumbing in multitudes of and thousands of homes back in the 90s when there was a boom here, we were taking, we had 3 different piping types that we could be using. Vanex, Wiersbo, and Kitec. We would be on a project and we would be using Kitec piping. Our field superintendent would have all 3 stickers, Wiersbo, Vanex, and Kitec. We would give the proper stickers to the superintendents on the jobs that worked for the builders. The superintendent would, in essence, get moved to a different job site in 6, 7, 8, 9 months, year, whatever the case may be, and we were actually using a, call it Wiersbo, in the houses. But he had Kitec stickers in his desk, in his construction trailer. To satisfy the inspector, he would just go out and that's the poo sound. He would sticky sound.
He would poop outside?
It's a sticky sound.
Oh.
He would
You need to work on your sounds, babe.
Okay. And he would put that sticker inside the panel. Could have been a Wiersbo house, but it has a Kitec sticker.
Right. That's why I said it's not a fail-safe method, but
Right.
it's something to look at.
it's a reasonable likelihood that if you have a Kitec sticker in your power panel, you have Kitec piping.
Right.
The other thing to think about is a lot of these houses that got itchy nose. Another thing to think about when you see a Kitec sticker in the panel, maybe the house did in fact get repiped, and the contractor that repiped the house didn't take the Kitec sticker out of the panel. They should have, if they put Wiersbo or Vanex in, they should have took the Kitec sticker out of the panel, and they should have put the Wiersbo sticker on. That way it's properly noted what piping is in that house. Regardless, the electrician still needs to know, especially when an electrician comes to a house later, people are living there, he can't actually physically see the piping and how it's installed. So it's very important that that sticker stays on for the life of the house. And an electrician that may be coming to add a fixture, add a circuit to the house, whatever the case may be, they would know that they can't use the piping, the water piping for a ground.
Oh, interesting.
It is very interesting. It's funny how all of the building trades, when it's all said and done at the end of the day, they've all come together, and it's really for consumer product protection.
Great.
That it is. So please, if you have Kitec piping, or if you think you have Kitec piping, please call Aqua Plumbing, 702-642-8400. That's 702-642-8400. Go out, look at your power panel. We're going to break for a short period of time. You can run out, look in the panel, grab a beer, and sit back down in front of your computer and continue to listen to our show.
All right.
Phenomenon. Remember that?
I do.
We weren't just talking about that.
No, we weren't just talking about that.
I was just looking at you thinking it's quite a phenomenon you'd even want to be with an old dude like me.
I don't know what I was thinking.
That's a phenomenon.
I'm too young for that. I don't even remember that.
Anybody that ever watched Sesame Street, there was a little character on there. I forgot who it was, and that was his big deal. They had a song about phenomenon. It was really funny. I enjoyed it. I like Sesame Street. I learned a lot.
Good.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it very much.
You came home late the other night. I was watching it when you came home.
You were watching Sesame Street?
I'm kidding. So, Aqua Plumbing performs not only new construction, but we also perform service and repair. We change water heaters out, faucets, remodels.
Toilets.
We do all kinds of things.
We do. We're pretty well-rounded.
You said toilets, and it reminded me of that favorite song I have. When you play a country's western song backwards, you get your truck back, your wife back, your kids back. When you flush the toilet, do you really want to hear that country song backwards?
No.
You don't.
You don't want all that stuff back.
So what motivates us?
What motivates me is giving back to the community. And you haven't seen it yet, but we were on the news this morning.
Oh, we were.
We were.
I remember we went out and did a little something. We did a little ditty for, what do they call that? Fox 5 what?
Fox 5 Surprise Squad.
Yeah, Fox 5 Surprise. Say that 15 times fast.
I know.
Fox 5 Surprise Squad. I do remember going out there and talking to that fine young lady, and she was no air conditioning for 3 months.
Yes, and we went out there with Rebuilding Together, and when Rebuilding Together contacted her, there was a whole array of stuff that needed to be done in her house besides just no air conditioner, which I can't imagine living with no air for 3 months in the summer.
I liked how she handled it, though. I mean, she had a fan going.
Yeah.
And then she'd take a damp rag and put it over the top of the fan and let the rag hang about halfway down, and it would cool the air off as the fan was running. That was ingenious.
But one of her neighbors and one of her good friends wrote a letter to Fox 5 asking for help for her. And Fox 5 went out and helped her along with Rebuilding Together and Aqua Plumbing.
It was really cool. We had to park up the street and then all run down the street together and surprise her at the front door. And
it was a lot of fun.
And it actually made the news this morning, huh?
It did. It was on last night and then again this morning.
Very good. I remember old Bob Cleveland giving you that phone call. Hey, I need your help. Meet me at blah, 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 and here's what we're going to do. And we showed up, and there was a gaggle of us there.
There was a lot of us. Cold Air,
we showed
Primaris.
up. We showed up. The crane showed up. The air conditioner showed up. And we sent one of our technicians in, Trevor. He went in and he took care of all kinds of things. We were originally supposed to just go in and fix a couple of leaks. It turned into quite a variety of things that we fixed for her.
Garbage disposal, water heater,
I want to
couple leaks.
two new toilets.
Oh, 2 new toilets?
You know how they say toilet in French?
No.
Poupée.
That is not what I was expecting.
I'm going to go to the poupée. So we took care of 2 poupées, water heater.
Garbage disposal.
Yep, and some other, and she actually had, there's a metal flange on the floor in the bathroom under the toilet, and that's exactly, that's what you bolt the toilet down to. And one of those was broken.
Oh.
It's quite an interesting repair. We had to take care of that too. I read the paperwork after Trevor got done with the call.
Oh, okay. Obviously, I did not.
No, you did not. When you're reading the paperwork, all you're looking is at the dollars.
That's right.
Right. That's
Each
why,
of us have our jobs.
That's why they call you high maintenance. Very much. So do you have a funny plumbing story?
I don't have a funny plumbing story, but I have a funny, interesting fact about one of our taglines.
Oh, I can't wait for this. This is a surprise. This is not rehearsed.
No, it's not. So Sierra, who works in our office, also is a waitress at night and on the weekends. And there was a group of guys in the bar that she works at, and they were talking about a car show.
Wait. I thought she worked for us.
She does. She works as a waitress part-time at night and on the weekends.
She's not drunk when she comes
Do you
to
not
work,
listen?
is she?
No, she's not drunk when she comes to
All
work.
right.
She comes to work for us first.
Oh,
and
okay.
then goes there.
Gets
Yes.
drunk, does the...
Yeah.
Okay.
So there was a group of guys, and they were talking about they had just gone to a big car show at Mount Charleston, and she said, oh, my bosses took their cars up there, and they asked her where she worked, and she said Aqua Plumbing, and the guy was like, oh, my God, they have the greatest tagline, #1 in the #2 business. He had remembered our tagline from on our car.
Taglines work.
The taglines work.
We are #1 in the #2 business.
We are.
You know, and that's almost not true because we're not in the #2 business. We're in the #1 business. Truth to be told, we're in the most important business in the world.
Yes.
It is our job as plumbing professionals to deliver safe water to buildings and houses and remove the waste safely from those buildings and houses. And it's our job to keep the nation healthy.
Right.
What's the worst thing that you can think waking up tomorrow and being sick? You don't feel good. You don't want to do anything. Your day's shot to hell. It's no good. It's no fun being sick. And our job is to keep the nation sick. So,
keep the nation sick?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Keep
it's
the
our job.
nation healthy.
If you've got a cross connection going on. So that's why it's very important for us to be educating our plumbing professionals, up-and-comers, through our apprenticeship program. And it is truly our job as plumbing professionals to keep everybody healthy, everybody safe. Clean drinking water is the absolute #1 thing that we have to be concentrating on and make sure that we don't get any contaminants in our drinking water.
I can't imagine living in a third world country that doesn't have modern plumbing like we just take for granted. Most people take plumbing for granted.
They absolutely do take plumbing for granted. I've walked into houses, we perform free home plumbing inspections, and we forgot to mention that today, and I will actually be dispatched out by our office to go take care of these inspections from time to time, and I check for everything under the sun, leaks, drips, musty smells, loose toilets. Went out on a home inspection not too long ago, and one of the toilets was loose. I mean, it was ready to tip over. And,
wow.
And it's absolutely terrible that could have caused a huge problem in that house because fecal matter is technically a hazmat.
Yes, it is.
It certainly is. That's why I don't change diapers. Hey, that kid over there's got hazmat in his pants. Constantly telling our kids, hey, your kid over there's got hazmat in his pants. Go deal with that before it gets on my couch. It's true.
Yes, it is true.
What are you looking at? It's true.
It is true. I'll change their diapers.
Okay, I'm not doing that. No. I can't imagine changing a diaper and then eating a sandwich. That's wrong.
Oh, that's gross.
I don't care how much you wash. Hey,
You changed the kids' diapers when they were little? A few times.
I took them out in the backyard, took their diaper off, and sprayed them with the hose.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
I'm not changing the diaper. Handy wipes my ass. That doesn't work. You got to get the hose out. Dunk them in the pool.
No, our kids are not demented. I promise everyone out there.
So, now, since we're on the subject, say we were to have a little disaster or whatever, and and the water gets interrupted to your house.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that you could actually get the water out of the toilet tank, not the bowl, and go ahead and boil that, and it's perfectly fine, because a toilet is a unique fixture, if you will. The fresh water's in the tank and the dirty water's in the bowl. I don't want anybody to think that when you flush the toilet, all of it goes down. There is still remnants in the bowl of what you just performed.
That's the number 2 part.
The number 2 part. If you perform like I perform, it's a 2 flusher.
Oh, that's disgusting.
In the poopy.
How did this conversation go wrong so quickly?
I just wanted to let everybody know that you have a small source of water, if necessary, in the event your water's interrupted, and you have a toilet or 2 or 3 or 4. The water in the tank is potable water. I would boil it before doing anything with it, because it has been sitting there, but it doesn't have contaminants in it. It would have, it might taste funny, because it's got the rubber components in the tank, and it might taste like you're drinking out of a garden hose, but it's safe water, and that's what's unique about a toilet. You've got fresh water on top and yucky water on the bottom.
Yeah.
In the bowl. Mm-hmm. So I don't want anybody to run over and get a glass full of water out of the bowl and think that's not good. That's not good.
Please do not do that. I can't believe you would even suggest that.
But if you really truly needed to, you can get water. You can dampen towels, rags, put them on your head to cool off. If you don't have, if the power's out and the water's out and everything, there's fresh water in the house that people really are unaware of.
Right. Most people don't think about that.
Right. So, little tidbits for tidbits there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think it's important.
So besides all the service and repair that we do, we also do new construction for commercial projects.
That we do. If you're a general contractor out there, we don't like large jobs. We like small jobs. The guys like small jobs. We have a philosophy: don't put all your eggs in one basket. And we are currently performing what they call TI work, tenant improvement. Couple at downtown Summerlin, couple at the Galleria out there in the district in
Green Valley.
The district at Green Valley. There's a little mall down there on Eastern and Sunset. We're doing a Kirkland's in there. We just finished a Tuesday mornings. And these just consist of a couple of bathrooms and a drinking fountain, mop sink, and a water heater. We pride ourselves on the smaller jobs. We enjoy that. I did just get a bid request today for going out and working, fixing some plumbing in the prison.
I can't wait. I want to go.
You want to go?
Mm-hmm.
Go off somebody and you can go.
No, I just want to go look and be able to come home, not go for good.
You didn't say that. You said, I want to go. Well, there's a way to go. You can certainly go.
No, but the interesting thing to me is we get to see what stores are coming up before
that is true.
Everybody knows that they're out there. You
that
just got a job request for Lululemons. I've never even heard of that.
Lululemon. It's I believe it's an athletic store.
What does lemons have to do with athletics?
Lemons make you healthy.
Okay.
Just say.
Never heard of it.
Really? Lululemon. I don't even know how to say it. But we're probably going to be going out and starting that next week. So that's a very good thing. Hey, oh, and your favorite store, your second favorite store.
Hobby Lobby?
That's your first favorite store.
No, your favorite store is Victoria's Secret.
Oh, okay. Well, we're doing a Victoria's Secret right now.
We are. They're building a new one at the district at Green Valley.
Yes, they are. Very good. Very good. I like it. Keep it coming.
I'm sure you do.
I'll do all the Victoria's Secrets.
I know you will.
We just got through doing all the mattress firms.
We did. And we still don't have a new mattress.
Those kind of go hand in hand. Think about it.
This is going bad again.
Now all we have to do is a battery shop. So if we can just tell everybody, look, we're doing all the mattress firms. We're going to do the Victoria's Secrets and 6 battery stores. Everybody's happy. Everybody wins.
Okay. I don't even know how to reply to that.
A lot of people out there don't, changing gears here.
Good.
I did that because you're in the race car business. A lot of people don't know that the plumbing contractor, the plumbing professional, is responsible for the natural gas that they enjoy in their homes.
Most people do not.
And if they have a gas leak, the first thing they need to do is call 911. Explain they have a gas leak. Southwest Gas will come out immediately. They've got equipment that will sense whether or not there is truly a gas leak. And they will interrupt the gas service, and one must call a plumbing professional to come out, find the gas leak, pull a permit, whichever municipality their building is in, get an inspection, and then Southwest Gas will come out and reactivate their gas meter.
Right. Most people have no clue that a plumber is who you need to call.
Many people, the majority of people do not know that. So we will continue the discussion about gas piping, mattresses, batteries, and Victoria's Secret when we come back. Right now we have to break. Welcome back. Welcome back. We were just discussing that gas leaks are really bad, especially when you got the batteries going. You could blow the house up. Hey.
You better definitely sleep with one eye open.
I'm just pointing out obvious here. So yeah, when you move into your home, you call Southwest Gas and you get your gas turned on, and the stove, the oven, the water heater, the dryer, air conditioner on the roof. Now, people don't equate air conditioning with gas, but the air conditioner in a home and building, they serve 2 purposes, heating and cooling. So in the wintertime, when you turn on your air conditioner, you're actually pumping heat into your house. And it's through the use, in most cases in the Las Vegas Valley, natural gas.
Right.
So natural gas is certainly a necessity. So not now, thinking about it, it's not only our job to bring clean drinking water to the home, remove the waste from the home safely, keeps everybody healthy, but also to make people comfortable and to properly cook their food. Plumbers got a lot of responsibility, Jack.
The plumbers have an enormous responsibility.
Very good. And you've heard me say this in some classes that I've taught, and it's not only the truth, but it pumps everybody up. I tell them, a human being has basic needs. They got to eat, and they got to have, humans exhaust, right? Human exhaust.
Number 2.
Number 1 in the number 2 business. So you can do your humanly duty, whether it's, did you get that? Duty? You can do that whether it's hot or cold or dark or light.
Right.
But the common denominator is you gotta go.
That's right.
And you gotta go, and you want your plumbing to work. And if your plumbing is starting to fail or slow down, the drains are slowing, water pressure seems to be diminishing, water's a funny color when you fill up a glass, do please call us at Aqua Plumbing, 702-642-8400. It's very important that we keep you safe. With that said, you turn on the stove, boom, flame. Oh, caveman, me have food. Big gimme steak. You put your food on the stove, you cook it to the proper temperature, you cook out the bacteria, whatever the hell's wrong with the food when you bought it, and you eat it, and it's good for you, and it's been properly cooked with, in most cases in Las Vegas, natural gas. But you can have some fun with gas.
You can.
You can have some fun with gas.
You can. You can cook outside if you have an outdoor kitchen.
That's very true. And if you have an outdoor kitchen, you're going to call Ghostbusters for the gas piping, or are you going to call Aqua Plumbing?
You're going to call Aqua Plumbing, and you can put your fire ring right next to your outdoor kitchen.
Which you would be very happy about.
I would be very happy about that.
Yeah, fire ring going. It's
warm.
It's July 20, which is my birthday. 173,000 degrees outside, and you've got the damn fire ring going. I don't get that.
So, what's wrong?
It's 173,000 degrees out. That's what's wrong.
But I'm comfortable.
Oh,
Isn't that what matters?
that is very much what matters. Happy wife, happy life.
That's right.
Right.
And it's a happy husband if you can cook outside on your outdoor kitchen.
That is very true. So, not only are we responsible for the gas piping that is delivering gas inside the home, we are responsible for anything that you want to do in your backyard. We can do firing, we can do outdoor barbecue, we can do a water feature with fire coming out of
Flames
it, like downtown. Call Sean over at Atlantis Pools, and he'll put a pool in there, and when he's all done, we can certainly hook some gas pipe. This sounds really funny. We will hook gas piping up to your pool, and you can have a flaming pool. Can you imagine how cool that would be?
I think you need to call him. Let's get it started at our house.
Gee, we don't have gas. We live in one little part of the country, the little part of Las Vegas that we don't have gas.
We can add it.
How are you going to add it?
Propane.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Propane.
We can get a propane tank.
You can get propane.
I know you can.
You get a propane tank, you set it next to the house, you plumb it in properly. Plumbing professional has to come out and has to run the gas piping for the propane. That's very good.
That's right. And propane is comparable to natural gas.
Yes, it is. And
You just have to have your tank refilled instead of the gas company just
instead
permanent
of it,
supply.
Yeah, exactly. People think that it's just never ending. We're just going to have gas forever. I have gas forever. I get in bed, I got
Yes,
gas.
you do.
I get in the shower, I have gas.
Yes, you do. Thank
Working
God
on-
nobody else has to deal with that.
Working on your race car, I have gas. I have gas.
That's fine.
I'm going to write
It's a
another.
natural function of the body.
I'm going to write another commercial. I'm going to start it with "Got gas," and I'll just ad lib from there.
Okay.
Be another commercial that people can listen to when we go to commercial break.
That sounds good.
Very good. So we're going to also have. Last week we talked about Tom Jones.
We did.
Tom Jones and Stephanie Jones.
Mm-hmm.
They actually listened to a podcast and they text me, and they really enjoyed the show. I thought that was really cool.
Good.
We're going to have Tom on. Tom is the representative here in town for tankless water heaters, a particular brand of tankless water heater. We will let him talk all about his brand and his water heater, and we won't let the cat out of the bag today, but we're going to have a tankless water heater expert on the show, possibly even as early as next week, and get him talking about tankless water heaters, because then there's no water in a big gigantic tank when it starts to leak, and you don't have a big mess in your garage.
Well, tankless water heaters are the up-and-coming thing because of all the new laws and regulations with the energy code, and our water heaters all expanded in size and price and everything else. So that may be someone's only option is a tankless water heater.
There could come a time when somebody has their regular water heater fail, and the water heater nowadays is too big to go in that area, and they might have to, for sure, go to a tankless water heater. You know, tankless water heater is not new technology.
No, absolutely not. But it's becoming more and more popular.
It is very popular all through Europe, Germany, as I understand it. Tankless water heaters for years and years and years and years, and that technology is going to has hit the States, and we've put several tankless water heaters in. Couple of the probably a dozen houses that we repiped after they burned. The homeowners chose to go tankless, and that's cool.
They take up less room.
They do take up less room. When you take a tank style water heater out of your garage and opt to put a tankless water heater in, the options are endless. You don't have to put the new water heater, the tankless water heater, which is the size of about 3 shoe boxes. You can put it on any wall and open up that area where the water heater was to put shelves in, things like that, stack your tires. That would be your deal.
Yeah.
Mag
I
wheel-
was thinking more shoes, but okay.
Shoes, wheels,
You
tires.
said shoe boxes.
So yeah, I have a big problem with you. I really do have a big problem with you.
You do?
Yeah, you fill our closet with all your shoes, and you fill my garage with all your car parts.
And the problem is?
There's no room for my car parts.
Your car stays outside.
I have bigger car.
I have more parts.
You have more parts.
Parts.
Oh, I thought you were going French on me, like pupille. All right. Well, our time is coming to an end for our 4th show here on Thursday. Please tune in next week for Plumbing 101 with Aqua Plumbing. and we're going to talk about what do you think the single most power-consuming appliance is in your house. If anybody can call us next week and tell us what that appliance is, we will give you 2 free tickets for...
2 for 1 tickets.
2 for 1 tickets. Sexy, a topless review. It's downtown. It's supposed to be a fantastic show. And we will be talking a little bit more about gas piping and whether you got gas or not. And the most expensive appliance to operate in your home is what? That's the subject matter we're going to begin with next week. So please tune in again next Thursday, 2 p.m. Pacific time. Those of you around the country, thank you all for listening, and we will be back in 1 week. Thanks again.